Your debut novel, Sorting Out Billy, and it's given us our subject for today. Now, I have read it and I was very interested. Just getting towards the end, this character of Billy, who is the abuser, you seem very sympathetic to. You keep trying to understand him all the way through. And actually his partner also sort of says, well, I kind of hold my hands up and take responsibility too. Is that the way you kind of see a relationship like that?
Not really, but I mean, it's a novel, it's not a political manifesto for me. So, you know, if it had been a political manifesto, they would have sawed his testicles off in the first chapter.
Right!
The end.
And that's where you stand then, yeah.
Exactly.
You needed 300 pages.
Well, yeah, and it's supposed to be, you know, a novel that is entertaining reading. So I just tried to kind of come up with something that's a bit more complex than, you know, sorting it out.
And why did you choose that subject matter? Because it's not exactly the easiest one to go for in a first novel.
I know, but then again, I wanted to kind of choose a subject matter that no one had chosen before because, you know, it was more interesting, I suppose. Well, I hoped it was.
But where do you stand on the issue then?
Well, if it was me and a friend, it was happening to a friend of mine, what I would very much get involved. And I mean, I tend to think with blokes that hit women that they're bullies and that the only language they understand is violence. So I would get some very big blokes I knew to go around and threaten them.
Seriously, would you do that?
I would.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah, exactly.
Either that or stroke their hands and send them to therapy, love. No, I think there is something to be said for actually stopping the behaviour before you sort the rest of the problem out. I think men that are violent do have kind of emotional problems that need sorting out, but what you need to do is stop them being violent first, then sort them out. You know, you don't say, oh, carry on for the next couple of years while you're in therapy. So I think in some ways you do need someone to scare them and tell them to stop it before you tackle the rest of it.
Have you ever been in an abusive relationship or have you got too big a soul?
With you, quite an abusive relationship, in your dressing room about 10 minutes before the show.
Oh, I know how you feel.
I look forward to that.
I haven't actually, and a journalist said to me, which I thought was highly entertaining, is your novel a cry for help? And I said, well, it would be a pretty long cry for help if it wasn't. I'm being abused, so I've just spent 9 months writing a novel in the vain hope that people will come round and sort me out when I could have just called the police. So, no, it isn't, no.